Welcome to the reading. This reading will be for Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. So how I like to start this off is by checking the energy that's surrounding the people that I'm looking into. So let's see. What's the energy surrounding Shawn and Camila? What can we see? What's going on? What's happening? All right, this is Camila's energy right here, and this is Shawn. Face down cards represent emotions, how someone feels within. So let's see what's going on with Camila. She's thinking about opportunities. The Seven of Cups represents opportunities. So right now, she sees a gold mine. She sees a gold mine. Very fascinating. You see the gold coins at the bottom here? So she sees a money venture, a money making situation. Interesting. Let's see what Shawn vibe is. The Queen of Wands, he's feeling sassy. He's feeling alive. He's feeling perked up. Not just that, he's ready to come out. You see this volcano? He's ready to make some things happen. So that's what I'm seeing. What else can I see? All right. The Hermit. It fell on Camila's card. So there's some interesting motives, right? Operating in the shadows is what I meant. But she's definitely operating in the shadows. Not just that, she sees a money situation. Let's get Shawn's energy. Deeper insight. Let's see. The Knight of Cups fell in reverse. This is an energy of regret, right? This is definitely an energy of regret. I'm seeing that he's going to regret whatever is going on currently, because the Knight of Cups represents kind of just like someone acting with love, kind of like, yo, we should hang out. We should be friends, right? Like, we should do things together. That's like what the Knight of Cups represent. The fact that it's in reverse, it represents when someone has regret, and it fell in reverse. So that's deep. It's kind of just like, I'm getting a vibe like he was happy. He was excited, kind of like, okay, we should like hang out, we should chill, whatever. And then it's going to be an energy of regret, of contemplation. But Camila, she knows what she wants, so it is what it is. So that's the energy that's surrounding them. Now I'm going to look and see whose idea was it to meet up at that concert. What can we see? Whose idea was it to meet up? All right, so we have two face down cards. Let's see what's up. Oh, it was Camila. It was Camila. So you see the theme here, right? It was kind of just like the Seven of Cups with her thinking about like opportunities, like making money. Not just that, her operating in secret with the Hermit. And look, it's two females here. So it was definitely Camila's energy. She was just like, yo, let's hang out, let's get a buzz. And I believe that she actually had a song come out. I didn't hear it. But, interesting timing, right? It seemed like things celebrities do. Like when they're caught somewhere at a club, a bar, and someone is conveniently sort of just like videotaping them in the back. It's kind of just like obvious celebrity tactics, right? I know some people really want this to be a love situation, but what I'm seeing here is a definite agenda. We have death here. Look at this as well. This whole secret situation with this curtain and the skeleton. Not just that, she's strong-arming the situation. She's strong-arming Shawn. He's complicit. But it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of just like she's overpowering things, The stronger personality in this situation with strength. The Strength card also represents control. So, we already know now whose idea it was. Now, let's see. My next question is, was this kiss a publicity stunt? It should be what it is, right? But let's see. Was this kiss a publicity stunt? Oh, yeah. Now, look how the energies is just confirming everything for us, right? Because this Ace of Wands is all about contracts, deals. You see this, right? This pin here, this ancient old-time pin, this Asian old-time pin. But it's kind of just like you see this, right? Deals, contracts. So, I mean, the energy behind this, because wands represent energy, right? The energy behind this was a contract, a deal. So they're definitely in the works as far as like projects coming out. I'm seeing that they're in negotiations. This Ace of Wands also could represent negotiations, because that's like what pins represent, right? Deals, negotiating. So, I mean, fascinating business. So, yes, this was a publicity stunt. You see the lovers didn't come out. The Two of Cups didn't come out. The Three of Cups didn't come out for like celebration and hanging out. You know, it would have been organic. This isn't an organic situation. Clear as day, right? So then, let's see. Right? No fluff, straight to the point. My next question is, what's the energy surrounding the kiss? Well, I wrote this down funny. Give me a second. I gotta fix it up. Let's see. What's energy around the kiss? Oh, I had a typo. I asked, what's the energy around the kiss? Is there love or passion? I mean, the energy was already answered, you know, but let's see what pops up. What was the energy around the kiss? I mean, we already got that it was a contract. What else can we see? Is there any further insight the energy want to show us? You know, usually when the question's been answered, you know what I mean? It's kind of stupid. Going with the flow. This is Shawn's energy. I don't know why it's telling me that he's gullible. Like, real talk. The energies, like when this card came up, it was like Shawn's gullible. So, I mean, he has a good nature, right? He has a good nature. You know, I've done readings on them in the past, and that's the energy I'm still getting. He has a good nature. But when you have a good nature, you're gullible sometimes, right? And that's what I'm getting with this situation. You know, the question was like, what's the energy around the kiss? Was it love or passion? It was going with the flow. And you see this blue, and this is a guy here. This is Shawn's vibe. He's just going with the flow. He's not, you know, but again, like early on in the reading, it was shown that he's going to regret this whole action. You know, it's kind of just like they broke up, in 2021, and we're in 2023. It's kind of like, dude, this should be over, right? Like, come on now. So let's see. How does Shawn feel about Camila? What can we see? How does Shawn feel about Camila? Let's see. Do I want to use this deck or this deck? Let's use this deck, actually. How does Shawn feel about Camila? What can we see? Okay. He feels like she's lazy, you know, and I wasn't going to bring up anything from the past, like my past readings. That's why I didn't say anything about like the predictions I made that came true. I mean, multiple predictions as far as like Shawn, like just being done with like his schedule because he was feeling overworked. And then literally like a week or two after, then it came out like he was just like, yeah, I need a break. I'm overworked. And I was already like mentioning that. And then as far as like the breakup, I say all this to say that in those previous readings I've done, it was showing that he was thinking like she doesn't take care of herself, that he was like disgusted, that he was kind of like, you know, like basically not feeling her, right? And people were saying in the comments like, oh, I can't believe that, like you're saying this is just your interpretation and all of that. And then they end up breaking up. This energy is still here. Look at this. This is the same thing I was saying, like literally like what, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years. He still feels like she's lazy. So, I mean, my thoughts is like, why even do all this, right? That's why he's going to regret this. Because when I'm saying this, like he still thinks that she's lazy. So, I mean, this is a funny situation. Now, let me see. How does Camila feel about Shawn? What can we see? She's coming to there's a lot of cards, right? It's a lot of cards. I don't know if I want to get into it. I really don't know. But let's see, right? She wants to compromise. She wants to make a deal again. You see this situation, right? And this is deeper insight. They don't look so happy about getting together, linking up, right? That's their situation. She wants to compromise. You know, she was, again, going off of like the beginning of the reading as far as her thinking about the opportunities. She's thinking about the whole, I don't know, money supply. That's what's popping up. The business, the money supply. This is all a whole like situation to do with money and shit, right? But you see both of them do not look comfortable. They don't look happy. Trying to have that compromise. This courage. I don't know. The energy I'm getting is a lack of courage from Shawn. Not just that, it's kind of like playing on his emotions, his insecurities. Kind of just like, you know, what, are you scared? Like, why can't you just hang out with me? Like, why can't we do this? And him being like, oh, okay, I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to make something happen. That's what I'm getting. But look at this. I know it says the Meister or something. I call it Meister. But it's kind of just like, I'm just going to say Meister. It's kind of just like when someone like steals things, a Meister, a selfish person. Look at this. Manipulative energy, selfish energy. And look at this. This is a lady. I mean, it could be a man in drag, but obviously it's a lady. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm seeing that she definitely plays off of his insecurity. I know this says courage, but the vibe that I'm getting is insecurity. She plays off of that. So, I mean, fascinating. Not just that, for the money. So, I mean, it is what it is. This is deep because the question was, like, how does she feel about Shawn, right? This aloneness in these cards so far, it's not even an opinion on him, right? This is kind of just like the agenda. Having to compromise. The stealing, taking of money. Even though I'm not saying that she's stealing or taking money, but the agenda to do with money, the greed, the selfishness. And the aloneness, what's being showed to me is that when Shawn ends up like chilling with her, he doesn't feel full, right? And it's kind of like sad too, because a lot of people believe this, like this whole situation with like Shawn and them like hooking up. I was watching like a video on YouTube because it was interesting because I actually seen like a short. I was going through shorts, and then it was just like, oh, Shawn and Camila was kissing and all of this, and I was like, what the hell? No, this has to be from like years ago, right? And then when I seen that it was relevant, I looked at the comments and people were like, oh my god, I'm so happy, and they make such a great couple. And I'm thinking to myself like, dude, like you guys don't see that they're really not compatible. And that's what I'm seeing with this situation, this aloneness. Like it leaves him unsatisfied, unfulfilled. You know, leaves him alone. It's like, okay, he chills, and you see this is a guy, this is a man. So it's like he links up, even though he doesn't want to. And again, going off of like the previous readings, it was showing that like she's the one that kind of like tries to like keep him around. I've said this in previous readings, right? And that's what this situation is. It was already exposed. And it's kind of just like, it leaves him alone. And you see this cliff. Cliffs represent sort of just like the full energy. So it's kind of just like it leaves him on a fool's journey is what I'm getting. I mean, sad energy. Rebirth, you know. Her thinking about opportunities again. How to keep this going. It's kind of like, I don't know, the wheels on this train, whatever you want to call it, has already like fell off and doesn't work, but still trying to make something out of it with this rebirth. I mean, it is what it is. And look, we have the tower falling out. I know this is the Thunderbolt, but this is actually the tower in the Osho Zen Tarot. So, I mean, it is what it is. This sharing and comparison, excuse me, what I'm getting is, this is what's putting food on her table as far as like her being a celebrity. It's kind of just like she doesn't have anything popping. She doesn't have any buzz of her own. You know what I mean? It's kind of like she needs this sort of like storyline, this plot to keep going. That's what I'm seeing. She needs this storyline. She needs this plot. Not just that, this is an energy of introspection, right? When you're doing comparisons, you're thinking, you're feeling, you're just like, like, how is this going to work? Like, what's going on? Like, usually you're comparing yourself with someone else. I don't know, I'm getting a vibe like she's not satisfied. She's not happy. You know, it's kind of just like this whole thing is putting food on her table. It's making her relevant, even though it's dry, in my opinion. Because, like, you know, I read the energies. Like, just seeing them together, like, it just seems dry and stupid, honestly. And that's just what I'm getting from this. It's kind of just like, it's silly. It's really silly. You know what I mean? But, hey, it is what it is. It's not a good situation. But, hey, I know people are probably going to be in the comment section like, you know, I'm a horrible person and all of this bullshit. I don't know. But let's see. What's my next question? Does Shawn want to get back together with Camila? So let's see. And it's funny because I keep being drawn to different decks, not this one. It's like I want to choose this deck because the images are so cute, but it's just like, no, draw from these decks. So let's see. Does Shawn want to get back together with Camila? What can we see? All right. It's deep because this wants to come out just how it landed. And this fell first and it went face down. I think it's like the Eight of Swords or something. So let's see. Yep, the Eight of Swords. Insecurity. This man, he has insecurity. A lack of self-worth. Not just that. It's kind of just like, or self-value, however you call it. Not just that. I don't know, this Empress is deep, right? Because the Empress is all about friendship, extending like a hand. It's very charitable energy. Again, he's a chill person, you know? The Empress, she likes reaching out to people. She likes sharing. She likes having things happen. But the vibe that I'm getting is insecurity. His nature is insecure. It's like he just wants to be friends. That's his vibe. It's like he has trauma. I'm seeing fear, anxiety, stress. Not just that, he just wants to be cool. He doesn't want any problems. You see this lady, her hands are together, like she's praying, she's surrounded by flowers. This is his energy. He's a soft guy. Like, I mean, no, obviously no, he doesn't want to get back together with her, but it's kind of just like, he just wants to be cool. He just wants to be friends. But again, low self-esteem. Tragic. Very tragic. So, I mean, the energies are still around from, like, previous situations. It's just like... But, hey, that's, like, real life, though. For real. Like, I've had clients, like, have multiple readings, and it's kind of just like, they're like, yo, this dude is not good for you. This situation's bad. And then it's like... a year comes by and the person's still dealing with the guy, kind of just like, oh, I can't give him up and all of this. Like, has he changed? Is he going to change? And it's kind of just like, I mean, it's human nature, you know? Habits aren't easy to break. Situations can sometimes last in like many years and shit, you know? It's just, it is what it is. Let's see. This question is kind of redundant, and I think, because it's kind of just like she's about the money, the opportunity. But let's see. Does Camila want to get back together with Shawn? What can we see? Does Camila want to get back together with Shawn? What can the energy show us? And I'm going to actually leave the reading here after this question. All right. No, she doesn't want to get back together with him. And it's actually a burden as far as her energy, because it's not a good intent. It's kind of like, you know, you're trying to like manhandle your way into a situation, kind of like you're playing on someone's weakness, like lack of like self-worth, and it's burden. We know that the Ten of Wands represents burden. Not just that, it's like she doesn't even like to deal with him. She wants to like not deal with him. But she deals with him because of strategy with the Ace of Swords, you know? She tries to tie him down. You know what I mean? This is like a a web of lies and deceit and manipulation. So, I mean, it is what it is. The situation, though, with this judgment, I mean, obviously, it's not a good situation. That's why judgment's here. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm curious, though, to actually see, like, what advice does the universe have for Shawn? What can we see? Like, what's some real meaningful advice that the universe... Because obviously I don't think Shawn's going to see this reading. But let's see, if he was to see it, like, what does the universe want Shawn to know or see? What can we see? There's a way out. There's a way out. There is a way out of this misery. There's a way out of this sadness. The Three of Wands is all about kind of like traveling, right? You see this? It's a way out. Yeah, it's going to be tough. You know, yeah, it's going to take courage because this lady's climbing up into the sky, right? It's snowing, it's windy, and it's just like a thin ladder that this lady's climbing up. But it's like, there's a way out. He doesn't see a way out. Like, he gets himself into situations that's not good, that he later on regrets. But there's a way out. It's just going to require strength. Not just that. It's like the dark night of the soul. He has to deal with, like, you know, being alone, being miserable by himself. Like, you know, I know he wants to be like the Empress as far as like extending love, support, charity, all of that. But sometimes life requires you to just be to yourself and to build yourself up and to achieve goals by yourself, you know. But it's hard when you have a narcissist that keeps coming back. You know, she keeps coming back, Camila, and keep trying to like manipulate him and, you know, very energy vampire type shit, you know. So, I mean, it is what it is. Definitely tell me what you thought about this reading, guys. Take care.